Well, good afternoon, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you're having a great Thirsty Thursday, and so on. It is Thursday afternoon here, and I'm just kind of processing what just happened with DeShaun Watson situation. I caught the tail end of the Cleveland Browns press conference with their owner and GM and things. I missed actually DeShaun Watson speaking, and I want to go back and actually hear exactly what DeShaun Watson had said. So originally arbitration had 6-game suspension for DeShaun Watson after the Texans settled 30 of the cases, and I believe DeShaun Watson has settled 23, maybe all 24 of the cases that were pending, and played in his first preseason game this past week. To a lot of boos, a very badly played game by him. You have to understand about how it was. And it seemed like the beginning of him apologizing before that game. It was the first press conference in quite a while. So enter the NFL basically saying, we want to suspend him for a year indefinitely and then have him reinstated pending approval and pay about a $10 million fine. They ended up settling between the NFL and NFLPA an agreement of 11 games, $5 million fine, counseling and treatment. Which I guess is better than the 6-game suspension. Because when I, as a Cowboy fan, and of course I'm going to be shaded here because I am a Cowboy fan, and I look at the situation of Zeke Elliott was suspended for 6 games from one allegation of one person. And here it is, you had 24 plaintiffs against DeShaun Watson, along with a team going through and enabling him to do that situation. As a Cowboy fan, you don't look at this and say that this is equal, because it was not equal by any stretch of the imagination. Be that as it may, the Cleveland Browns, you could see, are trying to spin this, that, of course we would re-sign him, we would do this all over. DeShaun Watson deserves another chance and stuff. Just because you messed up doesn't mean you shouldn't get a chance in society. And that is great. That is a great thing to hear, because I agree. It's not what you do before, it's what you do after the situation, that people deserve a second chance. You can't put a scarlet letter on somebody's forehead for the rest of their life for one indiscretion. And he is 26 years old currently. And that's what they tried to do. But here's the part that kind of bugs me about this is he apologizes. And again, I have to see this and hear it myself. But the way it's being choreographed is, he says, I maintain my innocence, but I'm wait a minute. If you're innocent, then what are you apologizing for? Is your only apology so that way I can get my $230 million minus the $5 million that's got to go for the fine? Is that the only reason why? It's kind of like when people say an apology for those who might have been offended. For those that might have been offended, I apologize. That's not an apology. That's you just trying to get this thing done and over with so I can move on with my life. So the question is DeShaun Watson, who seems to be, and he even put into this from what I'm told, again, I have to go back and watch it, that at some point he'd like to tell his side of the story. Dude, wait, hold on. Time out. How can you be sorry and apologize when you say you didn't do anything wrong, and at some point I'm going to tell my side of the story? That's the part that kind of bugs me right here. Now, the Cleveland Browns, of course, they've tried to clean it up, and they say, this is just the first step of counseling and treatment and stuff. He's 26 years old. That they're trying to spin it and make it, that we care about him. And this is the same kind of thing, because I'm not going to make the Cowboys innocent either. Because after Greg Hardy's situation, where he was with Carolina and ended up getting the case overturned, that the Cowboys said the exact same thing. Everybody deserves a second chance, and we're here to support. We're here to support you because you have a certain set of skills that we want to exploit. We don't really care about what you did. The only thing we care about is what you can do on the football field for us. Because let's be 100% clear. If DeShaun Watson couldn't play quarterback, he wouldn't be getting a second chance of getting all this money. Let's be clear here. That's what all this is about. So you get him going through and saying, I apologize for anybody I affected and so on, but I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. And at some point I'll tell my side of the story. Those two things don't go together. Now here's where the other part gets kind of interesting here. Does anybody else think it's kind of funny that it got 11 games? 11 games. Because here's the crazy thing about it. The first game that he's eligible to play in, right? On the schedule. Guess what team will be the first team he's eligible to play against? Go ahead. Guess. Guess what team will be the first team that DeShaun Watson will get to be able to play against? No, it's not the Cowboys. No, it's not the Cowboys, of course. No. No, it won't be the Cleveland Browns. No. It won't be Pittsburgh. In fact, it won't even be anybody in their division. The first team that DeShaun Watson gets to play against is the Texans. I shit you not. Are you going to tell me that we didn't just decide to, we arbitrarily just decided 11 games, and it just so happens that's the game against the Texans that's the one he can come back for? Bro. All right. Again, I agree with some things that were said. That sometimes we do things that are stupid in life. And we can't be destroyed for the rest of our life for something stupid we did once or twice. Okay? I'm a different person now than when I was in college, And I can guarantee you, there's a lot of people my age that are glad that cell phones didn't exist, because that shit, it wouldn't have been pretty. There's a reason why I was called Crazy Mark, okay? It's not that we don't make mistakes and shouldn't be forgiven. In fact, I wish in society we could understand and do more of that, not just for guys that have a certain set of skills that translate onto the football field, but people in general. People have done things that were stupid that have changed their lives and made it to be next to impossible for them to get back into society. And I agree that people deserve a second chance. And you can't condemn them for what they did before. It's like bankruptcy. If you declare bankruptcy, it's not the be-all, end-all of your life. It's what do you do once that bankruptcy happens? That given some time and a track record, you can start putting yourself back together. I agree with that 100%. But I'm not sure DeShaun Watson first sees that there is a problem that I need to fix. That's the part that kind of makes me go, yeah. Now, we all know there's different sets of rules for people with money. There's different sets of rules for people who are professional athletes and stuff. When you are, the cream of the crop, the top 1%, the normal rules don't apply to you. I get that. But this bears kind of a side-eye look at, if you ask me. But hey, it is what it is. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you are having a great day. I'll see you soon.